The early 1900s, a time period full of prosperity and peace if you were living in America. This time period saw the rise of many growing cities, small businesses, morale, and outdoor activities for the family to enjoy. This entire century brought new experiences to the American citizens, including the creation of amusement locations like Coney Island, where guests could spend a day gallivanting around the pier, playing games, and riding rides. This idea would eventually sprout and grow over history into the modern-day theme parks like Disneyland and others that we see today. A ton of locations that existed in the early 1900s have been forgotten to time, and very little remain. The very few that remain to this day have had to make changes to stick around, and that's what the Pike just had to do. '95 South Pine Avenue, Long Beach, California 90802, the address to the Pike Outlets. In the present day, this location is home to shopping, dining, entertainment on both land and sea, the Aquarium of the Pacific, the Long Beach Convention Center, and the Queen Mary, as well as the lighthouse that looks pretty cool at sunset. The Pike is home to many activities for the whole family to enjoy. When I was younger, my family would eat at this restaurant called Hoffs Hut. It was, and currently still is, located in Long Beach and serves a variety of American foods and pastries. I remember the kids menu had these illustrations of Long Beach, and I believe what used to be the Long Beach Pike. I haven't been in a while, so I tried searching online for a picture of the kids menu, but only found the illustrator's name, which is Patrick Kaus. So I did the next best thing. I drove to Hoffs Hut and bought pastries for my family while also retrieving the kids menu. Upon entering the restaurant, I went through a hall with waiting chairs and pictures on the wall relating to Long Beach, the Hoffs Hut founder, and more. I went to order the pastries for takeout and got a mini chocolate cream pie, a slice of strawberry cheesecake, a chocolate bundt cake, and a pecan pastry. It tasted pretty good. I retrieved the kids menu on the way out, and here it is. On the very front page, the Queen Mary, a famous ship used around World War II, can be seen in the background. In the present day, the Queen Mary is actually docked in Long Beach and is used as a tourist attraction. The second page doesn't feature much history or references other than Harold Hoffman, who was the founder of Hoffs Hut. However, on the third page, there's a lot to unpack, showcasing the Pike's former amusing glory. It features 3 attractions that the Pike had back in the day, as well as a caption in the corner, giving a tiny summary to the Pike's amusement park history. In the Pike's early days, it was known as an amusement park, similar to the likes of Coney Island. While eating at Hoffs Hut when I was younger, I recall hearing a rumor about the reason the Pike had converted itself from an amusement park to a shopping outlet. Rumor has it that there was once a huge Ferris wheel that had a freak accident, and the wheel had gone loose, causing it to roll off the pier and into the bay. I tried researching online to find anything about this rumor, but I found nothing. It's nothing but an urban legend. So here's the real true history behind the Pike. (1902), the year the Pike opened. Its first attraction wasn't a thrilling coaster or a fear-inducing Ferris wheel, but actually recreational bathing called the Plunge, since it was opened on the shoreline. That same year, the Long Beach Line opened. It was a transportation system that connected the Long Beach area to downtown Los Angeles, where most of the shopping was located. The Pike went through many name changes as time progressed. It went by the Long Beach Municipal Pier, Pike, Rainbow Pier, New Pike, and Queens Park. They all offered services and recreational activities over time, like a band shell, tattoo parlors, theaters, a ballroom, and more. Now for my favorite part, the rides. There have been many rides, like thrill rides, kiddie rides, slow rides, high in the sky rides, and the Cyclone Racer. The Cyclone Racer is seen on the Hoffs Hut Kids menu and is notorious for being one of the Pike's most well-known roller coasters. Present day, there is even a huge callback to it on the bridge above the shopping center. The railings look like a huge roller coaster track, and I remember being convinced that it was in fact a roller coaster when I was younger. Many people came to the Pike for the rides, games, shoreside views, and more. But why did that stop? Why isn't the Pike still a theme park? Where did the Ferris wheel rumor come from? And so many questions. But I can indeed answer 2 of them at least. In the 1970s, funding to the Pike was redirected to focus on the Queen Mary's Experience and Shoreline Village. The Pike was functioning on barely any funding, and if matters weren't already worse enough, Disneyland had just opened a few years prior, which was pulling more of the Pike's customers away. Knott's Berry Farm would open a few years later, which further drove the nail into the coffin. The city of Long Beach just figured that the Pike had a good run and started closing and demolishing in 1979. And just like that, the Pike, a fun amusement center where friends and family hung out and shared memories together, was now gone. A portion of the past lost to time. But not completely. 20 years of silence took place until 2003, where an effort to turn the Pike into something new came rolling in. The Pike, named the Pike at Rainbow Harbor, featured shopping, dining, entertainment, and 3 callbacks to its predecessor, a carousel, giant Ferris wheel, and that bridge that I mentioned earlier were added to this new Pike. And if that was not enough, an even bigger expansion happened more recently back in 2015, where more shops were added, more experiences were integrated, and the name changed a final time, now dubbed the Pike Outlets. This 2015 revamp gave the Pike a more modern and welcoming look. It certainly worked too, since more people were now frequenting the Pike on a more daily basis compared to before. The Pike is a great place to hang out with friends, spend a day off with family, and watch the sunset while under a lighthouse. And that's the history on the Long Beach Pike Outlets. It was really interesting to find out just how far back the Pike goes and how it's managed to come back on top after its devastating closure. The Pike of the past may be almost completely lost to time, but remnants from its prime still live on to this day.